General risk disclosure. Trading financial instruments, including forex, futures, equities, commodities, and cryptocurrencies, involves significant risk of loss. Trading is not suitable for all investors, as it may result in the loss of your entire investment. Leverage, volatility, and liquidity risks are inherent in these markets. Before engaging in trading, carefully consider your financial situation, experience level, and risk tolerance. You should only invest money you can afford to lose. Forex and futures disclaimer. Trading in the forex and futures markets is highly speculative and carries a substantial risk of loss. The leverage nature of these instruments amplifies gains and losses, potentially leading to substantial financial exposure. This content complies with CFTC Rule 4.41. CFTC Rule 4.4.1 Disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain inherent limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. Equities and commodities disclaimer. Equity and commodity trading involves risks associated with market volatility, company-specific factors, and geopolitical events. While stocks and commodities may have a lower leverage factor compared to forex or futures, they can still result in substantial financial losses. Cryptocurrency disclaimer. Cryptocurrencies are speculative and highly volatile instruments. Trading cryptocurrencies involves additional risks, including regulatory uncertainties, security vulnerabilities, and lack of liquidity. Cryptocurrencies are not regulated by most governments or central banks, and their value may be affected by external factors such as news events and market sentiment. Regulatory references. In the United States, this content adheres to the regulatory standards of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, National Futures Association, and Securities and Exchange Commission. In the European Union, trading practices comply with the European Securities and Markets Authority standards. Global compliance, content aligns with internationally accepted guidelines, but laws vary by jurisdiction. Consult with a licensed professional in your area. Past performance disclaimer. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Any historical results or performance shown in this content are for informational purposes only and do not guarantee future performance. Educational content disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as investment advice, nor should it be construed as a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any financial instrument. Always consult with a licensed financial advisor or regulatory authority in your jurisdiction before engaging in trading activities.
Wednesday. Midweek. Let me look at the daily. Okay. Check this out. In reality, it's looking like it could be Tuesday. Just where we are. Hold on. Yeah, that probably was last week. But where we are, we're above this. Let me see how low EQ. Excuse me. But we ain't even close to EQ, so this is probably the anchor for the week. Even if Thursday caps the range with normally it does, I would still look at this gap as a target. Tuesday. This is a volume imbalance like on the weekly or something, the monthly. The monthly volume imbalance. I kind of think we can understand it for the week. In order to go higher, we need to see straight up four moves, straight up four moves. Hold on. Four moves, traffic. happening. And Israel keep provoking like a chihuahua. Framework hit rate. Yeah, I haven't been taking enough shots. I'm being selective. I'm just, what's the hit rate this week? Case study, high quality mistake. It's not really applicable. Time frame context review. We're in week 2. Week 1, we swelled previous week's low. Week 2, we feel like we got a few weekly lows. That's not a previous month's high, but that's another previous week high. Mm. And that's open price of the year. Week 1 swelled previous month's low. Week 2 expanded. Definitely expansion. It's pretty high. Pretty high way. Watch it. Staying in tune with the price. Oh, it's fair. Not really. Case study vol. Yeah, it's not really applicable here. Pretty sure maybe one day, but hopefully we don't have to come back to the wartime charts. Like, oh, we got wartime chart data. .8.26. Today's expansion. Sideline. Medium confidence. Anchor point. We expecting Tuesday. Expansion played out. Yes. I believe terminations hit today. Let's get the Nas100 chart. All right. All right. So everything happened here, and then it's basically just retraced. So you would have had to catch that. That happened pretty fast too. You would have had to trade the event itself. All the good stuff happened last night when Trump announced the ceasefire. Get the H1. Move that. Let's mark out this volume imbalance, which is crazy. Make it yellow or something. Yeah. And it's at 50% of this range. I like that for a target. We consolidated, created a bull flag, which we can fade and target 50% of this range, this weekly range. The straight's not open. Which is why New York didn't move. Right around New York open, Israel hit something. Whatever. We ain't do nothing today. The ADR was full anyway, though, so I wouldn't have been able to just take over the world. 50% of this candle does look like a draw. I think this is safer now. At most, it'll be this, but this is the next liquidity level. Target. Cue up the expansion. Let's see what SPX looks like. Turtle starts slow. Look, trap order flow. But this overnight action actually set it up for like buys tomorrow or retracements and buys. What fun happened overnight? Seems price has finally calmed down. And New York tomorrow should give a good setup. Tomorrow is also GDP and PCE. Look at the H1. Yeah, this is definitely just this part of the price action. This high and low we have to watch as far as like intermediate term low, because this regular trading hour low. And then I think they count this candle. Yeah, this candle counts for yesterday. I don't know why I did that, but small range at the top. Sell above or buy below. Let's look at the daily. Prominent volume imbalance pretty much taken care of. Wow, like we hit our monthly. Okay, we took out monthly open price here. Let's go back here. I think I'm on a. Did I already do the hour? No, I'm on a daily. Very interesting. I think we're supposed to do this wick. What did I call the wick thing? Where setups for? I'll see T smooth with that. So we get some setups here. We'll see too. I'll test that. We retrace. So EQ with the expansion. Expansion. Till we get a read on what's going on. I think the fundamental. I think we retrace. Well, the fundamental rich people is getting in position. They don't care about short stuff. So it was an engagement. I got on some swings on options though. SPY. I think we push up. I don't think we finished the day above Wednesday high. I think we push up, collect buy stops, and drop to EQ. What's next up here? Well, we kind of got all the order pairing stuff right here. So we really don't even have to push up. But this overnight high is interesting. Like a regular trading hour high kind of makes sense, especially if we got news. Maybe news pushes us up. I would feel better with the high of the week created in New York regular trading hours. Alright, let's go to QQQ. 30. See 30 minute. We weigh. Yeah, kind of the same thing here. We almost took the high in New York, but New York just was like, nah, we filling gaps and whatever. It's not really interested. We waiting on Israel to chill out. They want to buy. Israel don't want to chill out really. Sentiment is like, this is their last president that can probably do all that stuff for them. So they trying to get it done. Same spot to see if we can sweep the high and take. And delete this. No trade day. ADR failed. No. ADR at 3. Dead next for the similar day. They say 30 news tomorrow. Did the framework play out? Yep. We learned about the pattern. This agreement is essential. Tomorrow, watch for order pairing. All right, that's that on that. Y'all have a good day. Peace.